Breaking news! The silence coming out of Miami Gardens might seem calm, but don't be fooled. Beneath the surface, there's a storm brewing inside the Dolphins organization. I've been digging, I've been listening, and I'm telling you right now, there are things happening behind those closed doors that could define not just this upcoming season, but the entire future of Mike McDaniel's career and the identity of this franchise. From whispers of fractured leadership to unsettling truths about the locker room dynamics, it's clear something isn't right. Greer, still in charge, for now, but the cracks in the foundation are showing. You want to know why Raheem Mostert's words hit differently after he left? Why the players that should be leading aren't the ones setting the example? I've got all the details. But before I lay it all out, make sure you've hit that like button, especially if you've been riding with the Dolphins through the ups and downs for the last 2 decades. If your heart still bleeds aqua and orange, show it in the comments with a Go Dolphins. Meu coração sangra aqua y laranja. Let's get into it, because what I'm about to share might change how you see this team moving forward. Let's get into it. The vibe surrounding this Dolphins team has taken a serious shift. For the first time under Mike McDaniel, Miami missed the playoffs, and that failure sparked serious debate among fans and media. There were even murmurs, some loud, that McDaniel might not return. He did, and many fans weren't thrilled. Let's be honest, how can the organization claim that status quo isn't good enough when they kept things exactly the same? But now the pressure is on. McDaniel's player-friendly coaching style, the same approach that made him beloved by many players, is under scrutiny. The issue isn't about kindness, it's about control, discipline, and leadership. As O.J. McDuffie made crystal clear in a recent Fish Tank interview, the Dolphins culture has been broken for years. Not just under McDaniel, this goes way back. From players getting away with doing whatever they want to leadership voids in the locker room, it's been a mess. O.J. dropped a bombshell when he said, "Some of these guys have been getting away with murder." That's not the kind of statement you make lightly. He also emphasized something we all need to hear. The locker room, not the GM, not even the head coach, has to be the true leader of the team. And when your leaders are more concerned with their personal brand than the team's success, you've got a major problem. It's not just speculation either. According to McDuffie and Seth Levitt, Mike McDaniel empowered the wrong guys. Yes, I'm talking about players who didn't lead by example. One name that was mentioned as a possible problem, Jalen Ramsey. Now let's be fair, Ramsey is an elite talent, but talent alone doesn't make you a good leader. His presence off the field may not have matched the standards this team desperately needs. Culture was the word that kept popping up. And if we're being honest, Dolphins culture in recent years hasn't exactly screamed championship football. Winning organizations, whether in the NFL or the NHL, like the Panthers, have one thing in common, a team-first mentality. Guys who lead by example. Guys who are early to meetings. Guys who care more about the name on the front than the one on the back. To change that, McDaniel is going to have to reinvent himself. And that's no easy task. According to McDuffie, once a coach starts off as the nice guy, it's hard to suddenly become the disciplinarian. You can't go soft, then suddenly go hard and expect respect. That respect needs to be earned from day one. That brings us to the direction of this team heading into 2025. We saw it clearly in the draft. The Dolphins want to get tougher. They're no longer content being labeled a finesse team. Names like Leonard Taylor III, Mohamed Kamara, and Patrick McMorris show a clear strategy. Beef up the trenches, stop the run, and play smash-mouth football when it matters most. This is the evolution McDaniel must fully embrace. Still, there are massive questions left unanswered. Can a coach who's built his identity around being relatable and player-friendly suddenly demand accountability and structure? Can he hold stars accountable, not just backup linemen, and truly shift the team culture? Or is this another Dolphins season where hope gives way to heartbreak? Because if Mike McDaniel can't flip the script and take control of this locker room, then we're staring at another wasted year of elite talent going nowhere. And fans, we've been here too many times before. The frustration isn't just from missing the playoffs, it's from knowing this team has the pieces, the talent, the weapons, but continues to fall short because of what's happening behind the scenes. Culture, leadership, accountability. That's what separates contenders from pretenders. Let's not forget what O.J. McDuffie said. Real leadership starts from within the locker room. During his playing days, it wasn't Jimmy Johnson or Don Shula that drove the day-to-day grind. It was the players, the veterans, the guys who lived and breathed accountability. And until the Dolphins get that back, it won't matter how flashy the offense looks or how many highlight reels we get from Tyreek or Waddle. That's not winning football in December and January. Now, here's the twist in all this. McDaniel's not hopeless. The dude is smart, innovative, and, yes, he gets buy-in from a lot of players. But what he lacks, at least up to this point, is command. The kind of presence that demands respect, not just admiration. He's loved, no doubt, but respected, that's the real challenge. And like McDuffie said, some of the best leaders in sports aren't liked. They're feared. They hold the standard. They call out the BS, and they make examples when needed. We haven't seen that from McDaniel yet, but maybe, just maybe, this offseason is the turning point. The roster is clearly shifting toward a grittier identity. Drafting Kenneth Grant and Jonah Ellis, focusing on both lines of scrimmage, says a lot. This front office, despite Chris Grier still hanging on for dear life, knows it can't be finesse anymore. We saw it too many times last season. Injuries pile up, the running game disappears, and the Dolphins fold in the cold when it counts the most. That's not how you build a champion. What's interesting is how McDaniel's entire tenure now hinges on whether he can adjust. It's year 3, and he's out of excuses. If he can't lead this team past wild card exits and late season collapses, then fans will start looking at him the same way they look at Grier. And we all know how Dolphins fans feel about Chris Grier. The leash is short, the patience is thin, the stakes higher than ever. Let's not overlook the locker room dynamic either. Seth Levitt said it best. When the wrong guys get empowered, the whole team suffers. And the biggest red flag? Some of those leaders weren't actually leading. They were setting a poor example, getting away with things younger players were watching and mimicking. That's toxic. That's how you lose seasons before they even begin. So here's what needs to happen. McDaniel has to make an example. And no, not by cutting some fringe special teams guy. He needs to put a star on notice. Shake the room. Show every single player that no one is above the program. Whether it's with discipline, accountability, or even playing time, somebody needs to feel the heat. That's how you reset a culture. It's happened before. Think back to when Adam Gase cut 2 starting linemen midseason. The message was sent loud and clear. That team responded. And if McDaniel wants to do more than entertain us with clever plays and funny pressers, he's going to have to make some uncomfortable decisions. As OJ pointed out, it's the hungry guys who make the best leaders. And when they're also getting paid, that's even better. Zach Sealer is a prime example. Undrafted, grinding, earned his deal. And what does he do after getting paid? Stays in a trailer and keeps grinding. That's the mentality this team needs across the board. And honestly, that's what fans connect with. Not social media superstars or flashy divas, grinders, ballers, leaders. So Dolphins fans, here's the reality. This team is at a crossroads. The talent is there. The expectations are sky high. But everything hinges on whether this team can finally develop a culture that demands excellence. If McDaniel can take the reins and lead with authority, this team can go far. If not, we're in for another roller coaster season with a brutal crash landing. I'll leave you with this. Who do you think should step up as a true leader in this locker room? And do you believe Mike McDaniel has it in him to become the kind of coach that commands respect, even if it means ruffling some feathers? Let me know in the comments. And if you're fired up for this season like I am, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and check out the videos popping up on your screen right now for more deep dives on our Miami Dolphins. Go Dolphins!